Good evening and welcome to Ghost Stories with Joanna. I'm Joanna, by the way, and this is Commitment Issues, and this is maybe a podcast. I don't know. We're going to wait and see. Here at Commitment Issues or Ghost Stories with Joanna, we read Reddit and we look at subreddit such as r/paranormal. What we're looking at today. I love to delve into the spooky, unknown parts of this world and of Reddit. I love anything supernatural and paranormal. I love listening and reading about other people's supernatural and paranormal experiences, and that is what we're doing again today. So, if you are new here, welcome. I hope you enjoy your stay, and I hope you enjoy these spooky Reddit posts that we're going to delve into. Let's go. r/paranormal. Who was he? Was he real? This one says it has a trigger warning, death, and I feel like that would be the trigger warning for all of them. But I'm guessing someone dies in the story, but I just think that wouldn't they all have that trigger warning? So, trigger warning for this video. Death, ghosts, spooky stuff. Okay, let's delve into this first account, shall we? Is that what you'd call it, an account? Spooky account? This is a spooky account. I'm gonna continue. Who was he? Was he real? I need to tell what happened to me when I was a teenager. When I, female, was 17, now 42, living in Coburg, Germany, Coburg. My best friend and I were walking to my parents' apartment. It was a Saturday night around 2 a.m. and we didn't have any cab money, so we had no other choice but to walk this pretty steep, about 30% incline, dark road for about 2.5 miles. First and foremost, what are you doing out at 2 a.m. as a 17-year-old? Walking around. Oh, if I was your parent, you'd be in so much trouble. There might be a good reason for it, but still, I'd be like, why aren't you home on the phone? Just be like, get your butt home now. You're a child. You're not 18 yet, so stop thinking you are. No, I'm not a mum, but that would be me as a mum. 2 a.m. is very late and not safe. Anyway, I also would have just given you the money for a taxi. Rant over. Let's continue. As we were walking, we heard a faint breathing noise. You see, this is why, because that could be someone dodgy. This is why you're not supposed to be out and about by yourself at a young age at that time. I'm getting like protective over someone I don't even know, and they're not 17 anymore. They're in the 40s. They're older than me. I'd still have a go at them. To our left, on the other side of the street, was a 3-story high apartment building. In front of it, on the lawn, was a huge decorative rock. An old man, looked to be in his early 80s, was hunged over, breathing with difficulty. Or kind of like, hunched. They mean hunched. They are German, I'll give them a break. We ran across the street to see if he was okay. Mind you, it was dark and only one street light was on. Look, it's lovely that you wanted to see if he was okay, but still, maybe shout from the other side of the road, hey, you alright? What would you do in this situation? Because for me, I'd be like, you're a kid, don't you dare. Or you're just a person, don't go to some random person in the street. But if he was an old man and he looked like he was in pain and by himself, then the good person in me would be like, oh, I'm going to see if he needs help. It's just one of those things. He was clenching his chest and said he may just had a heart attack. Just nonchalantly, oh, I might have had a heart attack. Oh well. So I told him that I was going to call an ambulance, and he begged me not to. He said that he felt much better now. He lived around the corner and will make sure to take care of himself when he got home. He'd like, oh, I just had an heart attack, but don't worry, I'll be fine. What? Okay. Cool. I tried to smell alcohol or tried to see if there were any signs of emotional instability, but nope. Nothing. He seemed sober and sane. He asked us to sit with him until he felt better to walk home. So we did. We engaged in small talk, and after about 5 minutes, he said he was much better and was ready to go home. So we said our goodbyes and walked on. At least he wasn't like, come to my house with me to check if I'm okay, because that would be like a big no. So, at least that didn't happen. About halfway up the road, as we were walking and talking, we heard a noise behind us and turned around to see what it was. My whole body got numb with fear. There he was, the same old man, standing there looking at us, smiling like nothing happened. Oh no, I would run. Because why would you think it's a ghost? You would probably think it's just some creep following you, so run. While myself and my friend were breathing hard walking a steep road, he said that he was grateful for our kindness and wished us a long life filled with love and joy. At that moment, my friend looked at me and she looked as shocked and scared as I was. I told him to go home and rest, and he said that he was, but could not go without telling us how much he appreciated our help and called us angels. I knew that it was not true since he told us his home was around the corner of that building we were sitting in front of, and it was a mile behind us now. We smiled, said thank you, and walked on. Wait, a mile behind you? And he just appeared. Okay, that's a bit weird, because surely if someone was following you, you would have heard them. Or like felt someone behind you. Ugh. My friend kept whispering something under her breath and I could not understand. I was so scared I didn't ask her what she was saying until we got to my parents. She looked at me and started crying. She said that I needed to understand that he was not real, that he was not a person, and that is when I broke down too and said that I had the same thought and feeling when I saw him after we turned around on the road. We went to bed, and the morning after I tried to talk to my friend about it, but she said she didn't want to talk about it. Okay, I was not expecting the ending. She died in a car crash with 2 young daughters 12 years ago, and I still think about this night almost daily. I needed to tell someone. What was he? I know he was not real, and my friend knew that too, but I can't explain what it was. Please help. Have you heard similar stories? The thing is, the guy could have just been following you, and you just didn't notice. But considering it was an old man and he was like, I think I've just had a heart attack, that's not likely that he started following you up a hill. And also the fact that you just didn't even hear him behind you. Weird. And the fact that you both were like, I think he was a ghost. There's something weird about it. You kind of have this sense. I don't know. Like, it's hard to explain. Like, I do believe in a lot of paranormal stuff and supernatural stuff. So let me just go with my weird, odd thoughts, okay? Don't judge me on this. But you kind of know if something's off. Like, if the guy was following you, you would know, and you would probably just leg it and run. But if it was something paranormal, you kind of have this sense, you have this feeling that you're like, there's something not right. So considering the both of you kind of felt that, it might have actually been the ghost, and the guy might have actually died. You know, he may have died when you left him, or he might have actually been dead before that happened, and the ghost was just sat there. Don't know. But why did you have to put in the last bit about your friend dying? I understand it's like, oh, reminiscence and stuff, but like, they probably just wanted to talk about it with somebody. I'm being judgy. I shouldn't judge. Oh my god, what's wrong with me? Why am I judging someone who lost a friend? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I can be a bit harsh and horrible at times. Not gonna lie. I'm very sorry that I just judged that. It was just a bit weird to end it like that, but I understand why you ended it like that, because you were talking about this person who unfortunately passed away, who you were obviously close to. But let's learn a lesson from this, shall we? Don't be 17 and walking around at 2 a.m. And if you don't have the money for a taxi, then call your parents. I mean, no, wait a minute. You're 40 and you were 17. Okay, maybe you weren't able to actually phone your parents because you might not have had a mobile phone at that time. Different time period, but now you probably do have a mobile phone at 17. So don't be walking around the streets at 2 a.m. Take something from this story, please. Don't be doing that. And tell your parents. Don't be talking to weird old men on the side of the road at 2 a.m. in the morning. What did you think of that one? Creepy? I mean, it could have been a ghost, but it could have also just been, a weird old man. Or not real. You always have to take these stories with a little pinch of salt because you don't know if it's actually real or not. People like to just, get attention on the internet, but let's just kind of, for the sake of this, pretend they're all real. Okay, go along with them. And whilst we are reading these lovely, scary stories, get yourself a drink of water or a refreshment and have a drink. Hydrate yourself and stay hydrated. Next one. Worst nightmare of my entire life. We love a good nightmare here. We don't. I have some weird ass dreams. I'm not even lying. It's sometimes just when you wake up so confused and be like, what the heck? Did I just teleport into a different dimension? Because what was that? Anyway, let's go on with the story. Worst nightmare of my entire life. Oh. Moving on. Hello everyone. I am sorry if my English won't be very good, as it is not my first language. Mate, you're bilingual. You're doing better than so many people in this world, especially native English speakers. Yeah, so don't apologise for that. Today, I am shit scared from what I experienced in my dream, which made me question about reality as well. So please help me. Intriguing. Me and my family have newly bought a apartment. It is a small apartment, 2-room and 1 bathroom and kitchen. 2-bedroom, I'm guessing. So from the very beginning, I didn't like this house for its appearance, as well as the fact that nobody used to live in this whole building except us. Is it a new place? Is it a new build or a conversion or something? This is my second day in this house, and the night before I was sleeping in one of my room alone. I usually sleep late at night, 2 a.m. Why is it always 2 a.m? What's going on? At least it's not 3 a.m, which is apparently the witching hour, but 2 a.m. Stop it with the 2 a.m. This particular day, I was sleeping at 12 a.m. or something. As I was half awake, I started imagining a girl, roughly 13 years old, at the ground floor of this building, and I was asleep inside my dream. I hate when that happens, because then you wake up in your dream, and then you wake up in real life, and it feels so weird. Suddenly, the girl vanished from inside my dream, and all I could hear was aggressive footsteps, which were getting louder and louder, coming toward me whilst there was nothing inside my dream, which was creating such noise. And then the footsteps stopped. The footsteps stopped, and the same exact girl reappeared next to me and started blowing air on me whilst I was still sleeping. Creepy. I was feeling the exact same shit in real life. So you could feel it like out of the dream kind of thing. Is that what they mean? I don't know. Suddenly she was gone and my whole dream started to shatter, and suddenly I was feeling something inside me was not right. I started screaming for help, calling for my mother in my dream. I don't know how many of you have suffered from a blackout or lost consciousness. I started feeling like darkness in front of my eyes started getting darker and my screams started getting quieter and quieter, as if something inside was forcing me to shut down and getting control over me. This is terrifying. Thankfully, I woke up and was literally sweating. I can't describe how I was feeling when that entity started forcing me to shut down. I am an atheist and do not believe any of this BS like gods or ghosts or demons, but this dream felt so real. And this feeling of drowning inside of myself made me write this story. So can anyone explain what happened? That's terrifying. Literally terrifying. Like, is that sleep? No, because I was thinking, is that sleep paralysis? But sleep paralysis, you're awake, aren't you? And your body is not awake, and it's, you're kind of frozen. This was all in a dream, so it's just weird. A little girl may have passed away in that building and was trying to contact you, trying to help, or there might be a reason nobody else lives there because they were just like, nope, I'm leaving. This is weird. I don't like it. It's creepy. We have a bad feeling about this place, so they may not have wanted to live there because of that. I mean, if there's some weird demon, bad entity, evilness in a place, I don't think I would want to live there. If it's haunted by just regular old ghosts, nice spirits, that's fine. Okay, I can deal with that. But I wouldn't want to live somewhere with an evil presence in there, or just bad vibes, because you'd always just feel on edge and uncomfortable. So yeah, or it could just be in a dream. Our subconscious is wild sometimes, and we think up such weird stuff in a dream as a metaphor for how we're feeling. So maybe you're feeling like you're not safe, or something's kind of making you feel constricted and confined. Maybe the little girl was you in your dream. Maybe you need to do some inner child healing. Who knows? Or it was a ghost trying to talk to you. Okay, we have a nice longish one here. I like the longer ones because then I can fit just a couple in a video, which is nice. This one is tagged experience. Lived in a haunted apartment for a year. I lived in a haunted house for 22 years. I'm just saying, I understand. Yeah, that was a creepy house. And yes, I was brought up in that house, surrounded by ghosts. Anyway, let's delve into this new experience, shall we? Let's go. I haven't recorded for some time, and I'm in a good mood because I'm doing something that I actually love and enjoy. So I'm feeling energized. But when I start feeling energized, the ADHD starts ADHDing and I get hyper and start being weird. Or I just start being myself. And that self is a weird ass weirdo. A weird ass weirdo. Yep, I'm a weird ass weirdo. Anyway, lived in a haunted apartment for a year. Stop. It's like I don't have control over my brain sometimes. Or is my brain controlling me? Which one is it? Lived in a haunted apartment for a year. Shall we try that again? This happened to me, 33 male, in late 2016 to early 2017. I was in the military, stationed in Tampa, Florida. I was 24 years old at the time. I had a roommate who was also in the military. We had been living together since we first moved out of the dorms on base. He got selected for deployment and I couldn't find a new roommate, so we broke the lease. I then got an apartment by myself. Nothing strange happened at first. It wasn't my first time living alone, but something about the place made me uncomfortable. It wasn't a cheap apartment either, and I only had a year left till my contract was up and I would separate from the military service. So I sucked it up and stayed. Bad decision. Ba-bam-ba. Oh no, let's go. Oh no, let's go. Let's go, shall we? I started to get sleep paralysis. I have never had it. No, I was talking to my sister about this the other day. I had it once, but, big but, I was not sober at the time, and I had some stuff in my system that I shouldn't have had in my system, and I could not fall asleep because of the stuff, which was like a thing that happens when you take a certain thing. Never done it again. I'm not condoning the stuff I did. I shouldn't have done it, and I don't condone it, okay? Just FYI, letting you know. I was laid in bed with my now ex, and I just couldn't sleep. Could not fall asleep. I didn't know I had ADHD either at the time, and if you have ADHD, I really don't recommend taking psychedelics. Really, really don't recommend it. Because your brain, oh my god, does it go on like some crazy frigging ride, honest to god. Or it might have just been me, but now that I have been diagnosed with ADHD, it makes a lot of sense. Why anytime I took anything, my brain didn't do what other people's brains did on this stuff. Anyway, I couldn't sleep, right? But I just was so wired. I just could not. I just was like, I am tired. My body's tired, but my brain is just like, just not stopping. And then I looked up at the ceiling, or like the window, because the window was like in front of the bed. And I looked across, and I don't think it was nighttime, so it was still dark, but there was this light, like it looks like, you know, if you just turned the light on, that's what it looked like I could see everything in the room, and there was this light coming from the window, the curtains were closed, there's light coming from the window, and above me was this massive black shadow with wings, like it had like skeletal wings. It looked like a weird angel / demon / alien, and I was frozen. I couldn't move. I was absolutely petrified. I wanted to just like nudge my partner to get up, you know, my ex, and I couldn't move. I was just staring at this thing, and it felt like it was coming closer and closer, and it was just there. The whole like window, like that's how big it was, like the whole wall, and there was just this light coming from the window, and I was like, oh my god, move. I genuinely was petrified, and I finally was able to just throw the covers over my head, and I think I fell asleep, but never again, because I was absolutely petrified. I was so scared. I didn't tell anybody about it until I remembered it the other day. But yeah, that wasn't fun. Not fun. Don't do the psychedelics and shit like that, people. Especially if you're neurodivergent. I have a feeling like it messes with our brains in such a different way. I just have a feeling, like, I bet it does. Has someone done like a study on this? Because I bet there's something there. Anyway, this guy got sleep paralysis and I went on a tangent. Sleep paralysis. Back to the story. I started to get sleep paralysis. Had never heard of it or experienced it before this. Naturally, I freaked out. The longer I stayed in the apartment, the more frequent it would happen, till eventually it was every single night. Oh my god. I would wake up unable to move and would see a dark figure standing in my bedroom doorway. It would just stand there and stare at me. It had this melting look to it, as if parts of it were going to drip off of it. Oh my god, that is terrifying and disgusting. It reminds me of, you know, the wax guy from Nightmare Before Christmas. I always used to hate that guy because it made me feel just gross and sick, and I don't like anything like that. I always feel like I can smell it. Again, probably because I'm neurodivergent. I always feel like I can like smell it and feel it on my skin, and I don't like anything like that. Anything like melting off things, like skin and stuff. Oh, like slime. I hate slime. Anyway, moving on. I went to see a doctor, and he told me about sleep paralysis. Explained it to me what it was, and it was probably just stress that was causing it. I believed him, as everything he said lined up with what I was dealing with. However, soon after, things escalated. Yay! We love that. Whoa, we don't love that. Nuh-uh. I started feeling like something was trying to drag me out of bed. Oh shit. Still unable to move or even make noise. If you have problems with sleep paralysis yourself, then you'll know what I mean. My voice would come out in croaks. When I would snap out of the paralysis, I'd be in my bed in my usual sleeping position as if nothing happened. Then, one night, all of that changed. Bam, bam, bam. Instead of feeling like something was dragging me off the bed, I actually was dragged. Oh my god. No. Something grabbed my arm and pulled me down between the bed and the wall. My arm was stuck and I could feel a hand around my forearm. This was not sleep paralysis. I was wide awake both before and after the event. Holy mother of whatever there is in the universe. The last event that made me finally move out happened a few weeks before my lease was over. I had fallen asleep on my stomach and woke up to the same feeling, unable to move or speak, the feeling of someone watching me, then a pressure on my back. It felt like someone or something was sitting on my back. Oh, sugar. I swear I could feel it breathing on the back of my neck. What snapped me out of the paralyzed state was a searing pain across my back. I immediately shot up and left the apartment. I had 3 long scratches, like claws, down my back. I ended up not breaking the lease and just crashed at a friend's place for the last few weeks of my enlistment. Only ever went back to that apartment to grab my stuff. That's terrifying. That is terrifying. Like, you've got sleep paralysis, then you've got that. I'm pretty sure with sleep paralysis, you don't get dragged out of bed. I don't know, do you? I'm gonna guess not. That's scary. There has been reports though, and like video evidence of people literally being dragged by spirits and entities. So, you know, it could have been. It could also not be true. Or it could have just been dreaming. But you could have just fallen out of bed. I don't know. Damn. Oh, damn. That's a bit scary, isn't it? Just a tad. I like the scary ones though. And the long ones. Yeah, I do. I'm not surprised you just like left. Next one. Let's crack on, shall we? Let's move on to another one. Da 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 da. Next story. Can't do like a deep voice, creepy voice. Let's go. Woken from a dead sleep by a feeling that my husband was in serious trouble. And I was right. Oh no. Last week, my husband went out to dinner with an old school buddy, and instead of going home after, he stayed out and got blackout drunk. Honestly. He hit a few bars, and just before 3 a.m, got in a cab home. I pieced this together from his Uber. Oh, 3 a.m. this time. What did I say about 3 a.m? I was fast asleep on the couch upstairs since around 11 p.m. At 3:20, I woke up, jumped up from a dead sleep with the feeling that he was in serious trouble. I frantically ran outside and found him at the bottom of the stairs, face down in a huge pool of blood. He was knocked out, having cracked the left side of his face on the tile. I managed to wake him up and called an ambulance at 3:24 a.m. What happened? His blood was thick, like he had been there for some minutes, and I've managed to piece together the timeline from text and phone logs. I think he may have been there for as long as 10 minutes before I found him. Holy, oh no. The ER doctor that treated him said he had a concussion, a broken nose, and that he opened an artery on the side of his nose. If he had stayed there all night, he might not have made it. I've had feelings before that turned out to be true, but nothing like this. I woke up with a jolt and knew he was in trouble and exactly where to find him. Anybody ever had anything like this happen? I want to know though. What happened? I know it's not part of the paranormal thing, but I want to know what happened. I know this is not like some weird true crime thing, but maybe he was just drunk and fell over, because they don't seem to say anything in the comments about why the husband was knocked out. Probably drunk and fell over. But like, still, I want to know context. I'm just nosy, okay? Let's do one more story, shall we? Let's go. Is this a long one? It's alright. It's creepy though. Oh, I don't like the title of it. It's creepy. Some Black Mirror shit. Man invents device to communicate with dead daughter. Is this the plot of Black Mirror? Because creepy. Let's go. 5 to 8 years ago, I came across a website made by a man claiming to have built a device that allows a person to see photographs through a television screen. I had come across this website through a random 4chan post that said spooky links. Don't be clicking links. Oh, especially on 4chan. God. All the bad vibes. Don't be doing this. Don't do it. Though it might be possible it was from a paste bin that was labelled. Okay, so it was on 4chan and it was labelled spooky links, and he clicked it. The man's device was some sort of antenna that attached to the television, and through static photographs in your house would begin to appear on the TV. What? Or it might have been random photographs that the spirit wants. Oh, I know what they're talking about here. Let's get on with it though. This was all very professional, and he was very enthusiastic about it. He sold the said device and also those other ghost meter things. He has made this device in order to talk to his dead daughter. For so long now, I've tried to find this website again. I've tried looking through years of threads and paste bins to find it, and countless website spelunking website spelunking. That's what it says. Anyway, this device idea has stuck with me, and I can't stop thinking about it every now and then. There is a not that kind of thing where it's like, oh, you put it on a television screen, but there is a device that uses images. I don't know if you watch Twin Paranormal. I love Twin Paranormal, and they use this like headset. I'm gonna guess other paranormal investigators use it as well. And it's weird, it's creepy. I don't think I would be able to use it because I think every time an image popped up, I would scream. I don't think I'd be good at paranormal investigations because I'm very jumpy, but this device, it's a headset, right? So it looks like a VR headset, and I'm pretty sure you put your phone or a device in it, and ghosts will show pictures to whoever's wearing it. So, for instance, they could show a face, which would genuinely make me scream, or a place, or an item, or anything. Like, I've watched most of Twin Paranormal's videos, could be obsessed. It's like a hyperfixation. It's not healthy. Some of the pictures they get, the images, are creepy as hell, and I don't like it. It might be fake. I don't know. I don't care. I don't think it is, but I don't like it, and it's creepy. Like, some of the images, like, they'll have like a person, like a face, just looking at them. Imagine you sat there and in the dark, and you have this thing on your head and you can't see anything, and all of a sudden you just see an image of someone looking at you. I would cry. I would cry. I would scream. I wouldn't be able to do it. Nope. And then you'll have like an image of a building or some really creepy stuff, like it looks like a demon or a flesh monster. Honest to God, some of the images that they have got on that thing is weird. They're weird. And again, I think I would cry, and I think those images would be stuck in my mind forever. And when I close my eyes at night, I would just see them. Again, I don't think I would be good at paranormal investigations because I can't sleep properly at night as it is. Just saying. There is a thing though, I don't know what it's called. Let's see. I'm gonna try find what the device is called. But that's enough with the Reddit stories. That is that. And now I'm going to go on a little search to find what this device is called. What would you even call it? Ghosts can show you images. Device. SLS? Is that what it is? What is... Oh, no, that's not what it is. SLS is where they can, like, track movements. That's not what it is. I'm trying to find what it is, but I don't know if I can find it. I can't find what it's called. Anyway, it's basically, do you know when they do the Estes method? So do you know what the Estes method is? I will tell you. You put headphones on so you can't hear anything around you, and they're plugged into like this kind of spirit box where it goes through different frequencies and spirits can talk through it, so you can hear voices through it. And whilst they do that, they put this headset on too to see images that spirits will send through. I don't know what it's called. I can't find it. But it's really, really sounding creepy, and I don't remember why I was talking about it. Oh yeah, the device the guy made. But yeah, it was not like on the TV though. So that's creepy. It's like, you know, when you see static on the TV and you can see like things in it, white noise. No, that's not it. You know, like, you know, static on a TV, and there have been reports that people can see, like, people have seen things in them, like The Ring. Maybe not that bad. That is that. Okay, that is the episode. Thank you so much for listening or watching. Let me know what you thought of these ghost stories. Did you think they were real? Did any of them creep you out? What are your thoughts? Drop them in the comments below, and I will see you in another episode. If it's not once a week, it'll be once every 2 weeks, okay? I'm gonna be getting those videos out there, and I'm gonna be pushing out content, because honestly, when I do this, I feel good. I feel buzzed, you know. Again, thank you so much for being here. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a little like If you enjoy this content, subscribe. And if there are any spooky stories that you have found, let me know. Stay hydrated. Eat something today, please. Have at least one nutritional meal. Go outside in the sunshine, even if it's only for 5 minutes, and take care of yourselves. I love you. Stay spooky, and I will see you in another episode. Sweet dreams.